As we all know, we have a body and we have a mind. But not only we have a body and a mind, actually body and mind are inseparable. We have 3 levels of body, 3 levels of mind, which is a gross body, very subtle body, gross mind, very subtle mind. The gross body is the basis where the gross mind stands, which means when something happens to the gross body, it directly influences the gross mind. So if I have a physical problem in my body, this will automatically affect my mind. And actually what happens in the gross mind also affects and influences also the gross body. Then we have a subtle body and a subtle mind, which is also goes together, and a very subtle body and a very subtle mind. Okay. When we look to a Buddha, all the qualities that we see in the Buddhas, that we are explained from the Buddhas, actually they have the correspondent also in us, that we are sentient beings not yet enlightened. So once we reach enlightenment, which means once we develop our qualities to their maximum potential and purify and eliminate completely each and every negativity, we will still have a gross body, a subtle body, and a very subtle body. We'll still have a gross mind, subtle mind, very subtle mind. These 3 levels, they are always present, of body, speech, and mind. Actually, there is also speech together. But today we are talking only about body and mind, to make it more simple. Okay? So, the very subtle body and mind are the part which goes from life to life. Which means when we die, the very subtle mind, together with the very subtle body, leaves our gross body and manifests in what's called the bardo, intermediate state, and after take rebirth. The subtle body, it's basically our energy body, let's call it like that, with channels, winds and drops, prana, and more, let's say, our non-manifested emotions and thoughts. And the gross mind is the part of our conceptual thoughts and the manifested part of our mind. For example, when I'm feeling angry, that's part of the gross mind. When I'm feeling love, that's part of the gross mind. When I'm not the love that I'm not feeling but I do have, that's part of my subtle mind, to make it simple. And the gross body is the body as we know it. Okay? So, when we talk in our common state, we just call about body and mind, gross, subtle, very subtle. When we reach enlightenment, a Buddha also has these 3 levels of body and mind, but there is a specific name that is given to it. So, the very subtle body and mind is called the Dharmakaya, or Kaya means body, Dharma means essence, the essence body of a Buddha. Okay? So the Dharmakaya is the very subtle body and mind of a Buddha. Mostly referred to the very subtle mind, but we need always to remember that body and mind always goes together. Then there is the Sambhogakaya, which is called the enjoyment body. Kaya, always body. Sambhoga Kaya, the enjoyment body. Lonku in Tibetan. The enjoyment body is actually the subtle body of a Buddha. And together it goes together with the subtle mind. And when we have the Nirmanakaya, or body of emanation, or emanation body, it is actually the gross body of a Buddha that goes together with the gross mind. So this is the meaning when we talk about Nirmanakaya, is the body through which a Buddha can manifest himself that we can see and relate to. The Sambhogakaya can only be seen by highly realized beings, such as bodhisattvas on a very high level, highly realized beings. They can realize the subtle body of a Buddha. And the very subtle body and mind of a Buddha, only another Buddha can see. So this is what is the meaning normally of the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya, putting it into simple words.